Hello students, good morning to all of you. Let's start second part of the lesson Discovering Tut. The saga continues. Till now you have read that how the scientist Carter discovered the mummy of Tut and tries to remove out some clues which can suggest him or the world how he died and who was the responsible for his death. Now let's proceed. The sun can beat down like a hammer this far south in Egypt, and Carter tried to use it to loosen the regions. Now the body was fully attached to that coffin, and it was very difficult for Carter to remove that body from the coffin and evaluate or probe the body that what are the clues getting him. For several hours he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing budged. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise the king's remains. It means that it was impossible for him to detach the body from the coffin, so he had decided to give heat to that coffin so that it can detach, and it was heated at 149 degrees Fahrenheit, but nothing result could get by him. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. If he had not cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy, and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. It was such a superstition in Egypt at that time that people can take their wealth or riches to the heaven with them after death. So with the body of Tut, all the riches and wealth which was possible to bring was put besides him in that coffin, and Carter decided or he thought that if there would not be detached body parts, hence any thief can steal that gold or any other wealth which was put with the Tut in that coffin. King Tut was lavished with glittering goods, precious collars, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, rings, amulets, a ceremonial apron, sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes, and the now iconic inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. To separate Tut from his adornments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding that concealed the damage. The bed where Tut now rests. So there were a lot of things related to the wealth of Tut, and all those things were put with him and made up of gold. To separate Tut's body from the coffin. Each part of his body, main part, was divided from its attachments, and after when all the body parts were detached, all them were reassembled on the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding that concealed the damage, जिससे कि उस बॉडी पार्ट्स को अलग करने के बाद का जो नुकसान हुआ था उसको छुपाने के लिए उसको व्यवस्थित ढंग से उसमें रख दिया गया. एंड इट वॉज सेड पुट दैट दे आर वेरी nicely so that it can conceal the damage. Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life, intriguing mysteries of death. It also uses more details of life. It also uses more sophisticated tools, including medical technology. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact: beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breast bone and front ribs are missing. So students, after the 40 years of Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy of Tut and revealed that breastbone and front ribs were missing from the mummy, and it was discovered by the X-ray. Because after the passage of time, science become much more advanced, and scientists have a lot of things to re-examine and invent what had happened to that body, and it seems to happen that they were very close to the result. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography or CT, by which hundreds of X-ray in a cross section are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body. What more would a CT scan reveals of Tut than the X-ray? And could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him? How did he die, and how old was he at the time of his death? After a lot of investigation and using scientific instruments, it was still a question that how did he die and how old was he when he died. So as time passes, they used their different techniques and instruments like tomography, CT scan, different X-ray, but there are still two questions which were important: that how did he die and how old he was. King Tut's demise was a big event given by royal standards. Even by royal standards, he was the last of his family's line, and his funeral was the death or rattle of a dynasty. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. Because the King Tut was the last one who related with that dynasty, so its research was very important. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. How he passed away and after that what had happened to that dynasty, it was not known to anyone. Amenhotep III, Tut's father or grandfather, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty's golden age. Amenhotep III, who was the Tut's grandpa, he ruled for 40 years, and his son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated one of the strangest periods in the history of ancient Egypt. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of the Aten. The sun disk changed his name to Akhenaten, or servant of the Aten. The next generation has changed the sun disk as Aten and changed his name also as Akhenaten. Means उन्होंने क्या किया, जो देवता थे वहाँ के उनके नाम पर ही अपना नाम बदल दिया. एंड मूव द रिलीजियस कैपिटल फ्रॉम द ओल्ड सिटी ऑफ थेब्स टू द न्यू सिटी ऑफ Akhenaten. और and they also changed their old city to the city Akhenaten, known as the Amarna. He further shocked the country by attacking Ammon, a major god. Not only they changed their name but also attacked a major god Ammon, smashing his images and closing his temples. It must have been a horrific time, said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor. Ray Johnson mentioned in his books that it was a very horrific time when all these things happened, changing of the names of god cities by the Amenhotep. But what was the result of these things? The site of ancient Thebes, the family that had ruled for centuries, was coming to an end. And then Akhenaten went a little wacky and eccentric. Wacky means होता है eccentric. The family that had ruled for centuries, by the changes which they did, the result was that the family which ruled a lot of years was coming to an end, and then Akhenaten went a little wacky and they also become eccentric. After Akhenaten's death, mysterious ruler named Ismen-Khere appeared briefly and excited at hardly a trace, and then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. King Tut, as he is widely known today, the boy king soon changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Ammon, and oversaw a restoration of the old ways. He reigned for about 9 years and then died unexpectedly. What the changes Akhenaten had done, his successor Tut changed all these things just like they were in the starting, and this was resulted that Tut reigned for 9 years, and how he died, it was a story. Regardless of his fame and his speculations about his life fate, Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. How many? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began in inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and is still counting. The next phase is scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned, in death as in life, moving regularly ahead of his countrymen. After the research or discovery of Tut mummy, a lot of mummies were discovered, and it was recorded as 600 mummies were discovered, and all these things were scanned with CT machine donated by the National Geography Society and Siemens. And the first mummy which was scanned was Tut's mummy, and no one knows what is the main reason for making mummy in Egypt. All these things became to advent before the people by research and proof of these mummies. So students, read it. You have heard that a lot of scientific names, instruments names were mentioned here. So you all can write them either side of your notes and look what they can do and what are their uses and when they were invented and who was the inventor of those machines. It will be your work and you can also read it very deeply so that you can understand this chapter, and you have to do comprehension related to that chapter also. Okay students, thank you.